Okay, folks, we are back again. It is Professor Holozak coming to you to talk some more about the Baruch College Computer Information Systems major. This video is going to focus on the Microsoft Developers Network Academic Alliance, or MSDN-AA, otherwise known as DreamSpark. So, a little bit about me. My website for Baruch, and also my personal website. As always, your comments, suggestions, questions, more than welcome. So, in prior video, I had this sort of random assortment of tips that I talked about you might want to try out. And one of the things that I've been talking about here is getting your development environment with Visual Studio or Microsoft Access, or maybe you want to upgrade your operating system on your computer to Windows 7. I wouldn't recommend Windows 8 just now, but you know, that's something you might want to consider, is Windows 7 or Windows XP. And so the question is, you know, do you have to run out to the store to get all of this? And the answer to that is no. Baruch College subscribes to the Microsoft Developers Network Academic Alliance, which today goes under the name DreamSpark. And basically what that means is Baruch pays one price to Microsoft, one fee, and if you are signed up for a CIS course, you're any student who signed up for a CIS course, whether it's CIS 2200 or 3100, 3400, or any of those courses, you automatically are enrolled into DreamSpark, and you have a whole ton of free software from Microsoft that you can download and use. Okay, just as some examples, for databases, we have the Microsoft Access tools. Again, that's used in 3100. SQL Server might be used in the Advanced Database course, or maybe for your projects course. Light Switch is sort of a newer thing that they've built into the Visual Studio. Not really using that right now, but it is available. For the developer tools, they have every shape, flavor, and form of Visual Studio. From Visual Studio 2003, 2005, 2008, 2010, 2012 is sort of the latest and greatest, as well as the lighter versions, which are just sort of one compiler only. I think someone told me that the highest end Visual Studio 2012 package retails for over $5,000. You can get it for free. Other stuff, if you're interested, the Game Lab, embedded CE development for Windows mobile phones, and all that sort of stuff. There's the robotics development kit that Microsoft has. It's all on there. As far as operating systems are concerned, Windows XP, I think they may have actually removed that. I haven't seen it in a while. It was in there for a long time, but obviously Windows 7, Windows 8, if you're brave and or foolish, all different varieties and flavors of Windows Server, as well as Virtual PC for Mac, and many other sort of flavors of operating systems. For the web or multimedia development, Microsoft has the whole host of tools like Expression Studio, Expression Design, Visual Web Designer. Again, all of those tools are free. Other assorted stuff that folks use, Microsoft Visio is the diagramming tool. Sometimes we use that in CIS 3400 or 4800 to do diagrams. Microsoft Project you will definitely use when you get to the 5800. They might also touch on that in 4800 a little bit. SharePoint, both the client development side and the server side. Other stuff like OneNote, Microsoft Groove, tons and tons of stuff. So how do we get into all of this? How do we do all of this? Well, we can go right here to Baruch's website. If you click on Technology link and then you click on the Students link, you'll end up at this page. And I'm going to try to get fancy here, and I'm actually going to go and visit this website. So again, I've gone on the Baruch homepage, I've gone to Technology, and then I've gone under Students, and lo and behold, here it is. CIS Society was the group that kind of got us going on this. DreamSpark Software Library, free software for CIS students. A click on that will bring you to, I'm going to trundle up here and hope my computer behaves. onto DreamSpark. So look at that. It's a very, very fancy bright green color. If you haven't had your coffee, you will certainly be awake after you see that. And so again, some typical web store type of things. You have some categories over here like operating systems, developers, tools, servers, applications. I've clicked on the new tool here, and lo and behold, here's Microsoft Visual Studio 2012. Here's Microsoft Access, Microsoft SQL Server. So again, I'm thinking to myself, hey, I'm going to take CIS 3400. I've got a PC. I've got maybe an older version, and maybe my professor has asked us to get Microsoft Access 2013. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. That's a nice price. It's free. I'm going to go ahead and add that to my cart. I actually did that already on another page here. I'm going to go in because I logged in already. I'll talk about logins back in a second. So I'm going to add that to my cart. Oh, this is the page that I'm not logged in on. All right, let's see. It must have logged me out. All right, I guess I'm going to have to bite the bullet and log in here. All right, let me see if I can do this quickly. Under pressure to log in with my So you're going to use your email address. You will also use the password that's been mailed to you. If for some reason you're not able to locate that password on your Baruch email account, you can just click here on the link to you forgot your password. They'll mail it to you. If you still can't get it, you can email the Baruch help desk. Okay, so here we go. I've logged in. I've got this set up here. The unit price is free. It's totally free. Let's see, here's some other stuff that I went through, and that all looks good. I'm going to update my cart. All right. And I'm going to come down here to checkout. Okay, they offer this other sort of protecting your ID on your license key rather on a backup DVD or something like that. You really don't need that. You can just come right down and check out. Okay, it's going to tell you some important subscription information, so on and so forth. I leave that to read at your leisure. Okay, here is my order. Again, I've got here Microsoft Access 2013. It's filled out all of my information. I'm going to proceed with my order. And here's my receipt. All I need to do at this point is I'm going to click Start Download. Notice it is building up a product key, which I'm probably going to blur out so you don't use my key. And we're going to go ahead and do the software. Microsoft has its own software download manager. You can download that and install that. I'm not going to go through the steps here. It'll probably take a few minutes to do that. But if you've reached this far, you're almost home. You should be ready to go. Okay, so back to the presentation. You've got the link there. Again, you're going to log in with your Baruch email address. At the start of each semester, they do try and send out everybody's password there. If you forget your password, just fill that in and you can go ahead and get it resent. If for some reason it's not getting resent, check your spam folder. I know some of you connect to your Baruch email through Gmail or Hotmail or something like that. You have to be careful because sometimes the DreamSpark emails will get caught up in your spam folder. If you've checked all of that and you still can't get in, email the help desk. It's helpdesk@baruch.cuny.edu. It's down here at the bottom. Tell them, you know, I'm a CIS student, I'm in this class, I need to get some software from DreamSpark, and they should be able to manually reset your password and get it to you. Okay? So these are just slides showing you where this stuff is, some of the great software. Now, after you've downloaded, okay, most of the time it's in their software download format, and it comes out as an ISO file, or what we call an ISO file. That file is intended for you to burn it onto a DVD or a CD. So if you're in one of the computer labs at school and you've got a spare DVD or a writable CD, most of them are on DVDs now, I should say, you can pop it in the drive and go ahead and burn that DVD, take it home and install it on your computer. Okay, as you saw, the license key got generated there. You'll also get that in an email. You can then use that license key to register your software. The other way you can do this is if you take the ISO image, you can actually crack it open with a tool like 7-Zip. 7-Zip's a really nice tool. Not only does it work with all different kind of compressed files like zips and RARs and all these other types of formats, but it can also crack open an ISO file and extract all of those files into a directory. If you've done that, so either way, you're going home with a DVD that has all the files, or you're using something like 7-Zip to unpack all of the files onto your computer. You can then go ahead and install it. You're going to activate it or register it using the serial number. And just a reminder, save that serial number. Make sure you keep it in a safe place, write it down somewhere, or type it into a notepad text file or something so that you're not going to lose that. Sure enough, your operating system will crash. You'll have to reinstall all this stuff, and you don't want to have to be hunting around to try to find these things. So store that together. I think that'll about do it. I'm not going to belabor the point. The only other caution I would say is, you might think you're going to go a little nuts and try and download 50 different things. Keep in mind, by the time you actually need this, Microsoft may have come out with a newer version, in which case you're going to have to go through the download again. Also, the activation codes tend to only be available for, I think, 60 days or so, maybe 30 days, maybe 60 days. You want to check on that. Make sure you install and activate the software before that license key expires. Okay, I think that'll about do it. Again, your presenter, Professor Holizak. Please send me comments, suggestions, questions, and hope you enjoy using all of that great Microsoft software.